Although the stone belongs to 4 people, I'm going to focus on just one of them and hope the other 3 forgive me. It belongs to one of the earliest and most prominent citizens of Madison, New York. His name was Erastus Cleveland, and while most people, including his children, spelled their last name like this, the general preferred the original spelling that had an extra A in it. Erastus was born in 1770 in Norwich, Connecticut. He was just 21 years old in 1792 when he found himself traveling through this area of New York and fell in love with the area. He returned a year later and built a log cabin in the first sawmill that would become the town of Madison. At a local party with the fellows one night in 1794, they agreed that Erastus should find the most beautiful girl at the party and escort her home afterwards. That's exactly what he did, and how he ended up marrying 20-year-old Rebecca Berry that following January. Rebecca's brother had dreams of moving to California, but he was taking care of their aging parents. He asked Erastus if he would care for his in-laws in exchange for all of his land. Erastus agreed, and the brother hightailed it out west. Both of the Berry parents would die in the Cleveland home in 1821, and their names are on the back of this headstone. The first of Erastus and Rebecca's 11 children was a son named Daniel, but he died before his first birthday. Next came daughter Phoebe and another son they named Daniel after his late brother. They then welcomed a daughter Lucetta, and it was evident the Clevelands needed a bigger house. By 1801, Erastus had become quite wealthy and built this large brick house that still stands today. They had another son named Benjamin and daughters Mary, Eliza, Jeanette, and Julia. During the years their family grew, old Erastus was a busy guy. He was elected as state assemblyman for the brand new county of Madison, and then when the town of Madison is officially split from the nearby town of Hamilton, he's elected as town supervisor, justice of the peace, and promoted to lieutenant colonel. In 1812, Erastus heads north to Sackett's Harbor to lead his troops in the War of 1812. He's promoted to colonel in the second year of the war and returns home in 1815 when it ends. Baby Harriet is born the following year, but she died shortly afterwards. In 1820, Erastus was promoted to brigadier general, and a year later, when he's 50 years old, their final child, Samuel, would complete the family. He's then appointed commissioner of loans, and when most guys would be thinking of retirement, Erastus is re-elected to state assembly and became instrumental in securing funding for the construction of the Shenango Canal in 1833 when he's 62 years old. He was known as a man of high energy, perseverance, and the owner of several successful enterprises like these. He also gave a nearby town its name. When the legislature voted to divide up the town of Hamilton even further, they asked Erastus what the people of the area wanted their new town to be called. He had no idea. But he quickly thought of the wooded area, and the biblical words leapt from his lips, like the tall cedars of Lebanon, and even today it's still called Lebanon. Erastus passed away in his home at age 86 in 1838 after a brief illness.